Welcome to the Somatic yoga class. A gentle start to your day to get at all the aches and pains. So if you're not already there, stretch out a blanket on your mat and lie down. Arms and legs long. And find your breath. Inhale and exhale. Let it be that simple. Inhale and exhale. A few more rounds at your own pace. Let the body be heavy. Breath light. Inhale and splay the fingers and toes. Exhale, squeeze those hands into fists, ball the feet into ball the feet. Yeah. Inhale, splay. Exhale to squeeze. Continue to unite breath and movement. Another time, splay. And then roll the wrists and ankles. Take our time here. Linger a little longer. Notice any stuck points. And then reverse directions. One more circle. And then soften down on the earth. Let the fingers and the toes relax. Then circle the arms overhead. Long body stretch. We like the right side, long, 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 from toes to fingertips. And then the left side, long, 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 long. To alternate right and left. Let the waist respond if it does. Right and left. A few more times. How long can you make yourself? Nice. And those arms can circle back to your sides. Then palms press together and bring hands to heart. Flex those ankles of as that's standing on the earth. Breathe into the thumbs. And I welcome you here to your practice. Namaste. Let's clasp the backs of thighs, hug the knees toward the chest to soften the low back. And rock side to side across the back of the pelvis. Nice slow rock. And then circles one way with the knees. Stay here longer. Deep inhales and exhales. And reverse directions. And then pause and lengthen those legs to the sky nice and slow. And bend them right back in. Hug knees toward the chest. And then lengthen the legs as much or as little as you'd like. And bend. You can play with the feet. I like flexed because I like the sensation of stretch in the backs of the legs. You decide, pointed or flex with the feet. Giving your organs a nice massage each time you hug knees in. One more time, reach, hug, and plant those feet down. Hands can press into the earth. Tuck just the pelvis toward the belly button and soften. Slight tuck, exhale, inhale to soften. Notice how this feels at the base of the spine. If the tuck has an effect on lower back, do two more. This is subtle. Last one. Now pause and hug the knees in again. See if the low back feels any different. And just breathe. One more inhale. And exhale, allow the feet to plant once more. Arms press into the earth. This time, peel a little higher. So just to the mid back and roll back down. Peel to that mid back and lower. Continue like this. Do two more. Exhale to rise. Inhale to lower. Exhale to rise. Inhale, lower, and then again, hug knees toward the chest. Pause. And just notice how the spine feels. Then plant the feet once more. Hands pressed down and peel higher. So we land on high ribs here. And then heavy your low ribs and roll right back down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, peel. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. A few more like this. Segment by segment. Next time you come to the top, pause, circle those arms overhead, and then lower, lower, lower through the spine. The arms can stay overhead here, but the spine can be lowered. Palms, or arms rather, stretch toward the toes, and then back overhead. And this is where if you'd like a pillow overhead, if the arms don't touch down, you could choose to have one there. Or just take the arms back as far as they'd like to go. A few more like this. Final time, reach overhead. Stay with the arms reaching overhead to any degree and slide the ribs toward the pelvis. And then inhale, let the ribs flare. And exhale, draw them toward pelvis. So continue to exaggerate the flare. And then glide ribs to pelvis. Notice the stretch, perhaps in through the arms, shoulders, as the ribs glide to pelvis. Let's do three more, depending on your pace of your breath. Two. The last one. Glide the ribs. Arms reach to your sides. Peel the spine off, lift up into that bridge once more. And arms can circle overhead. Inhale. Heavy, heavy through the ribs as you roll down through the spine. Arms reach toward the feet. Then press arms down. Peel spine off the earth. Arms sweep overhead. Inhale. Exhale, lower, lower through the spine. as arms return to your sides. Roll up through the spine, arms again, arc overhead. Inhale. Exhale, lower, lower through the ribs as arms come to your sides. This time, hug knees into chest. See how the spine feels now. Nice. And then widen those feet for this relaxed version of happy baby. Could keep the hands behind the thighs, or if you'd like, they could come to the shins, outer feet, or peace fingers, whatever calls to you, as the soles of the feet turn toward the sky and rock. You can even pause. You can let the low back really round here, or if it feels okay for low back, you could press the pelvis down. That's not for everyone. You could experiment. You could always start to press and go, oh, not for me. All right, back out of it. Nice. And let's lengthen those legs, that long body stretch once more. Bring stretch to the waist as we lengthen right side and then left side again. And see if this feels different from the first time you did it. And now circle those arms around and hug that right knee toward the chest. The opposite leg can stay long or bent, whatever feels right for you. And then lengthen that right leg and bend. Lengthen and bend. You could also have flex foot, pointed foot, whatever works here, hanging on to the back of right thigh, support it. And then extend that leg and keep it extended to the sky and start to play with the foot. Point and flex the ankle. Next time it's flexed, start to wave it side to side. Little wave. Right, for the small muscles, connective tissue of the foot. And then pause at center. Little play for the neck here. As you point the toes, look overhead. And as you flex through the ankle, bring the head back to neutral or slightly tucked. Again, as the toes point, perhaps look overhead. And exhale, flex through the ankle, head back to neutral or slightly tucked. Continue here, neural flossing. Inhale to look overhead. Exhale, perhaps to draw back. Great for the nervous system. Eyes open or closed. Let's do 3 more, depending on your pace. 2, the last one. Keep the foot pointed, but bring the head back to neutral or slightly tucked. Then flex the ankle as you look overhead. Point the toes as you bring the head back to neutral or slightly tucked. Flex through the ankle, look overhead. Point through the toes as the head returns back to center. So we've switched it. Notice how this feels. If this is more challenging or more ease-filled than the other way. Let's do 3. 2. Last one. Nice. Head comes back to center. Can point or flex the foot. Inhale here. And exhale, upper ab curl. Exhale, exhale as you slide the hands up the leg. And then roll right back down. Exhale to slide up the leg, kind of a supported curl. Inhale to lower. Just practicing tuning in to the upper spine and how it can change its shape. Maybe a strong breath here. Strong exhale. And inhale as you heavy that left leg on the earth, the grounded long leg. One more time, slide up the leg. Perhaps to deepen the stretch. And then rebend that knee, hug it into chest, and lower through the torso. Slide that right leg long as the arms reach overhead. Circle the arms round as the heel glides in, then hug the leg into chest for a brief moment. Then extend the leg, slide heel along the earth, arms reach overhead. Circle the arms round as you draw a knee back toward the chest. Slide heel away, arms reach overhead. Knee slides in as arms circle and hug knee in. So again, reach everything long, slide. Circle, draw in, hug. A few more like this. Let the heel be on the blanket or mat. One more time, reach. Circle the arms, hug knee in toward chest. Then line that thigh up with the hip sockets and kneecap to sky. Arms extend into a T. As you open the knee slightly to the side and then let it cross over to the left. Open and cross. Again, feel the weight on the back of the pelvis shift from one side to the other. One side to the other. Repetitive movement like this, great for the nervous system to relax and calm. One more time, open and come across and come fully across into a supine rotation. You can always shift the hips a little bit right if you'd like. And here the right leg comes over to the left. Any rotation, version of the rotation you'd like. Perhaps wiggle the jaw while you're here. Stretch that right arm a little longer. Maybe wiggle the right fingers just to see the effect down the arm. You could make a fist and then open the hand. Make a fist, open the hand. Just things to explore. It's your body, your practice. See what the body has to offer you. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale. Exhale fully. Another deep inhale. That liver side. Exhale fully. One more round. Then on the exhale or afterward, roll onto the back. Let that right foot just plant and be as it is with the left leg long. And pause. Sense that right side. And circle those arms overhead. And stretch this way. Then both legs long. And slide that left heel in toward the body. Arms circle, hands clasp the back of the left thigh. Give it a nice hug here. And then lengthen that left leg and bend. Hug knee tight. Reach and extend. And draw in. Continue. Other leg anchored. Back of neck long. Carve out your breath. Do 2 more this way. Lengthen. Rebend. Lengthen. Rebend. And that leg will extend to the sky and point and flex those toes. Some movement through the ankle. Anchor the hips. Reach for the sky at the same time. Let's do around 2 more. Last time, flex the ankle. And then when you point, look overhead. As the the ankle returns to flexed. Bring the head back to neutral or slightly tucked. Point those toes, look overhead. Flex through ankle, head neutral or slightly tucked. Continue this. Point and look overhead. Return, flexed ankle. Few more. Notice when you naturally want to inhale and when you want to exhale. Around 3, 2, last one. Keep the toes pointed and bring the gaze back to center or slightly tucked. Then flex the ankle as you look overhead. Point the toes as the head comes back to tucked or neutral. So flex the ankle, look overhead, point the toes, head back to neutral. Continue here. Just notice your preference. So note with curiosity. Soften the shoulders if you can. Let's do 2 more. Last time. Then flex that ankle and wave the foot side to side, side to side. Might even feel some burning in the front of the shin by now. And then pause. Make sure you have the back of that left thigh as you curl up toward the leg. Maybe walk the hands up the leg and walk them down. Curl, perhaps walk the hands up the leg and down, or keep them behind the thigh. You curl and lower. Finding that stretch of the back line. Hopefully feels good in low back. Let's do 3. 2. Last one. Curl up and bend that knee in toward the chest, lower through the torso. Flex the ankle of the left foot. Glide it along the ground here as the arms reach overhead. Circle the arms to your sides as you glide that heel back in and give the leg a hug. Slide the heel, arms reach overhead. Arms sweep around to your sides as you draw that knee back in for the hug. So heel glide out, heel glide in with hug at the finish. Continue here, reach, inhale, and exhale, hug. Let's do around 2 more. Final time, reach and draw that knee right back in. Pause. And now align that left thigh up with the hip socket. Arms again out into that T, palms up or down, you choose, as you rock that leg across and then open. Across and open. It's small for now. Gentle bit of core activation required here. Long, deep breathing. Like a pendulum, side to side. One more time, open. And then cross that leg over and find a supine rotation. So left leg to right side. Arms, or at least the left arm, stretched out or in cactus. Maybe explore the jaw once more. Move the tongue around the mouth. Perhaps wiggle the fingers of the left hand. Notice any shifts further down the chain. They're down that arm. Again, maybe squeeze the hand to a fist and then spread those fingers wide. Ball the hand and splay. Let's do 2 more. And let that hand go. Just enjoy the posture a little longer as you breathe into the sides of the left ribs. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, expand. And release, release, release. Find your spine once more. That left foot might plant as you roll onto your back. And stay here. And feel. Left half. And now, arms can stretch overhead, legs stay as they are. And draw those ribs toward the pelvis. And then reach that left leg long too. Whole body stretch again. From left side, reach as long to right side and see if this feels different. This is the third time we've done these side to side reaches. Maybe grow the movement. You sense this through the waist. And then pause and arc those legs to the left hand side to any degree. So banana shape here with the body. Arms reach over also to the left with the pelvis grounded. Banasana here. Stay as you are, or take the left wrist, or sorry, take the left hand around the right wrist, draw it over. That right leg could also cross over the left one. We'll pause here to breathe. Open up the intercostals and great for the bladder meridian. See if you can breathe all the way from the fingers of the right hand down the arm to the armpit, that right lung, on the side of the waist, the hip, down the leg, outer leg all the way to the side of the foot. Go up and down that line from side of foot, side of leg, waist, ribs, armpit. Reach, reach, reach the arm. Another breath in. Perhaps sigh it out as you return to center. Sweep those arms round as you hug right knee into chest again. Lengthen that leg to sky and return to chest. Only two more like this. Lengthen, return, lengthen. Keep the leg long, extend the arms from the shoulder. Yes, they're on the ground in a T. And then again, sway the leg side to side, but this time with the leg long. So out to the right and across to the left. Out to the right and across to the left. Come out to the right, then across the left, maybe just a little flex through the ankle. That left hand can support the inner right thigh as we find IT band a little deeper. Could explore a point and a flex of the right ankle. What effect does that have on the posture? Then flex that ankle. Another breath or two. And then return to the spine. Let the leg loll out to the right, and the right hand can support the leg. Here we open the inseams of that right leg. Perhaps point and flex through the ankle here too. And then bend that knee and take the right sole of foot to the inseam of the long left leg, tree on the earth, hands to heart center. Option to flow through the arms here. Interlace the fingers, press the palms toward the sky, reach the arms overhead. Circle the arms round. Interlace fingers, perhaps opposite thumb on top, press the palms to sky, and then reach overhead. Arms sweep to your sides. Again, weave fingers together, press up and overhead. Arm circle. One more time. Arms circle. Knee again draws in toward chest, so right knee. Then the left knee draws toward chest. Curl through upper body for just a moment. Lengthen those legs. Curl them right back in toward the chest. And slide the heels along the earth. Arms reach overhead. We lower through the torso here in that long stretched out position again. And sweep the arms over to the right. Legs, same direction. Banana shape here. Find your position with pelvis grounded. And if you wish, left leg crosses over right one and clasp that left wrist to deepen. Feel those fingertips on the left hand. The hand down the left arm. Breathe into the armpit. The left ribs. The waist. The left hip. Down the outer left thigh. Lower leg. Ankle. And side of foot. From side of foot. Outer ankle. Lower leg. Outer thigh. Hip. Left side of waist. Left ribs. Armpit. And down the length of the arm to the fingertips. Breathe up and down that side. Inhale wide. Exhale fully. Broaden the breath. And release to make space. One more round of breath. Inhale. And exhale to return long to center. Circle those arms round. Hug that left knee in toward the chest. And lengthen the leg. And flex. Lengthen. And flex. One more time. Reach that leg up. Keep it lifted as the arms again heavy in that T position. Do what you'd like with the foot and rock the leg to the right and the left. Yeah, and it's just a little movement here. Nice. And next time you arrive on the right-hand side, take that right hand over to the left leg and support the inner thigh here. IT band stretch. So it doesn't have to be very far to the right with that left leg, just a little. Hips can stay nice and grounded as you point and flex the left toes, or left ankle rather. Stay flexed with the ankle for a breath or two. Inhale and exhale, return to center, only to bring that leg out to the left. The left hand can also support outer thigh. And here, point and flex the ankle. Relax, inhale. Exhale to rebend and return to center. Hug left knee into chest. And then we'll find tree. So left sole of foot to the right long leg, opens out to the side. So we're in a supine tree. Hands again can press to heart center, palms together. Or interlace fingers, reach palms to sky, and sweep arms overhead. Circle those arms round. Again, interlace, maybe opposite way. Reach palms to sky, arms extend overhead, and circle round. 2 more times. Final round. Nice. Kneecap of left leg faces sky again, and one more knee hug, extra knee hug on here on descending colon side. Legs extend, arms reach overhead. And then roll toward me. So you'll face me here on one side of the body. That bottom arm can cradle the head, elbow can be bent, and that top knee can bend as we take the right hand or top hand around the ankle. Other leg can be bent or long, piked out to the corner of your mat, whatever feels good here as you bring that top knee forward and back, forward and back. Again, these repetitive movements. Notice what the breath does. One more time, forward, and then draw the leg back. Press the pelvis forward at the same time. So active, stretch for the quad here. Do what you'd like with the ankle. You can imagine your pelvis. If you were on your belly, it would be pressing into the earth. So it's pressing forward. Can even take that bottom leg, cross it over the top leg just to see how that feels. Another breath in. And release that bottom leg if you had it. And the top leg can go long as you reach the body. Reach, reach, reach. Just lying on your side here. And then prop yourself up on the bottom forearm as the knees draw in. Press out from the under that armpit. And then onto the hand, just to push yourself to seated. And let what was the bottom leg come in front of the body in a zigzagged position. What was the top leg will be slightly out to your side or in behind you. You can even use a pillow underneath the seat if you'd like for this posture. I'll just model that here. You don't have to do it, just wanted to show you. And then walk the hands forward and lean, finding that glute. And you can rock here, forward and back, just a little. If you don't feel this, adjust the angle of the legs, or you could go into pigeon and lengthen that back leg long and adjust the front leg. But most people can find it here. An angle change of the legs. Now, pause and arch the spine just a little, and then round. Arch upper spine and round. So inhale And exhale. Two more. Last one, inhale. Exhale to stack the spine and sit up tall. Now, it's a little trickier. Hands can kind of frame the sides of the body or come to heart center. See if you can lift that back leg, the inner line of the leg off the earth. Okay. Then sweep that leg forward and across. And if you need to use hands, that's okay. It's just a functional way to get into it here. And sit up nice and tall and rotate toward that top knee. Do what you will with the arms here. Back fingertips on the earth or outstretched arm. Maybe come in and out of this a little bit too. So come forward a bit and back into the rotation. Forward a bit and back up into the rotation. And then maybe pause through the torso, but play with the head. Look over one shoulder and then the other. Wiggle the jaw. Play with the head in any way that feels good, safe and good. And then rotate opposite way open for a moment. And then return to center and lie on opposite side. So head other way. And take that new top leg, clasp the ankle as you adjust the bottom leg, either leg long, bent, whatever feels good. Cradle the head and then lull the leg forward and back. So top leg forward and back. What draws your attention here? The movement, the breath. One more time, forward with the leg, then draw it back, really so that the hip is in line with the thigh. Hand presses into shin, shin presses back. Maybe you cross bottom leg if you haven't yet. Another inhale. And exhale to release any crossing you might have. Take another breath. And exhale, lengthen the legs. Arms reach while you're on your side here. And then knees bend and slide the legs in as you prop yourself up onto bottom forearm. Press out of the armpit and then lift up onto the hand. What is the bottom leg comes in front, top leg comes in behind. Find any variation of the Z-sit you'd like. Pillow if you want it. And then rock, rock. And maybe come a little further forward. You could pause or make it a smaller rock. You're a little deeper in the posture. Just as you need. And pause forward. Inhale, small lift of the chest. And exhale to round. Inhale, small lift. And round. Continue. Mobility in upper spine. Notice how it affects the hips, if it does, the legs. Around 3. 2. Last one, lift through the heart. And then find tall seated position here. And see if either hand's on the ground or at palm center, you can lift that left leg, or the back leg rather, back leg, to sweep it around and cross. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then rotate toward that top thigh. This is where you might come out a little of the rotation and then deepen with the exhale. Inhale, exhale, or whatever breath pattern feels right. Strength of center rather than using the arms to force things. One more time, stay in the rotation. Pause the torso where it is, and maybe play with the head. Rock the head side to side. Jaw soft. Could also nod the chin and perhaps neutral the head or even look up. Return the head to center. Take a breath. And exhale back with the torso. Rotate opposite way, rather. Rotate opposite way. And return to center. And unravel the legs, both soles of feet together, perhaps in cobbler. Again, you can slide the feet further from the body or have them closer to the body. Weave the arms underneath and perhaps fold. Forehead toward the feet. Another breath in. And exhale to start to roll up through the spine, unravel the arms, and then draw the knees together. Give yourself a hug. And make your way onto one side, a tiny ball, in order to roll onto your back. Hug those knees into the chest. One more time, lengthen the legs. And hug. You could stay right here, or if you have that pillow, place it underneath the pelvis, pillow or pillows, and then hug knees to chest. We'll pause here. Legs perhaps lengthen toward the sky if you'd like. And from here, you can soften a little. If you had the backs of the legs or the toes drawn toward the nose, soften just a little. And then you've landed in a inversion here. Legs to sky, pelvis supported by the pillow. You could choose to stay here for Savasana in legs up or take any variation of your choice. So whether that be feet grounded, pelvis lifted in a supportive bridge, or just legs long, or pillow under backs of hamstrings, whatever calls to you now. In the silence, can you find stillness? Moments between any thought. As you're drawn into the body and back to the breath. The quiet power of presence. Sense your body on the mat as you take a breath in and a breath out. Again, let it be that simple inhale and exhale. Feel your back ribs move on the earth with the breath. And then wiggle the fingers and the toes, or just the fingers, depending how the legs are positioned. Perhaps roll wrists and or ankles. And reverse. And hug knees to chest. And roll onto your favorite side. Take an inhale into that low back. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale to press yourself up to seated. Roll shoulders and or roll the head side to side. Perhaps pause with the head to one side. Fingertips can be outstretched. And sweep the head the opposite way, maybe a pause. And drop the chin through center. Arms reach up as perhaps you look up. And draw all that power, energy back to the heart space where it came from. Thank you for practicing with me today. Sat Nam.